You can believe what happened over here, man. We're gonna run out there in the middle of the house. Somebody had you in the cops came out here. Told me I was just taking out the garbage. Where you been?
Shit, man, I've been taking care of these motherfuckers.
Oh, damn.
Y'all was coming in, and now you're backing out. It's hard to talk big with a shotgun in your mouth. I'm glad you brought your friends. They can watch it go down. I got mine too. So welcome to my house. Cause these are my people, and this is my land. This is what we pray for, and this is God's plan. And if you ain't from here, then you won't understand. This is my country, and this is who I am. So welcome to my house.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Ultimate Dirt TV. Tonight, live from Charlotte, North Carolina. They say all roads lead to the dirt track at Charlotte. Well, we're here for the Apex Auto Glass and Tinting 410 Winged Sprint Car Series. Round number 7, I believe this is. And Brett Wheeler joined alongside Alex Robinson. Alex, welcome to the dirt track at Charlotte, and welcome back to Apex Auto Glass and Tinting, champion.
I should be welcoming you. I was here a day early. Remember, I had the 3 set. Oh, well, you were here too. You came mid-race. We were both here. But can we take a moment and look who's sitting in the top and 13th up now? He's dropping down. But BJ Duval was up there. He's up there. He qualified pretty good right now. He's in the top 20.
Yeah, we'll see what happens here in the qualifying sessions. Landon Cardoza 12.5.17 at 12.517. Bergeron 12.8.22 there on lap number 1. And well, it's been a case of Tyler Schell versus Alex Bergeron all season long, as Alex Bergeron second lap time is quick time with a 12.460.
So Alex Bergeron goes quick time. But look who's up there in second right now, Landon Cardoza. And right now with that 12.517, you got to be happy with that time, especially out qualifying Tyler Schell, Greg LeMay Jr., Kenny Miller, Jason Randolph. The list goes on, and for you to out-qualify them, you see Timothy Smith there. He goes 5th quick. So Landon Cardoza has a fast car tonight, it shows right now.
Yeah, absolutely, and just been handed a note as well. We'll see 5 heat races on the program. 2, 4, 5 drivers are being given an EOL due to being late at the drivers' meeting, and that is one of the things that the Apex Auto Glass and Tinting do. If you're late to the drivers' meeting, regardless of where you qualify in the standings, you will get an EOL in your heat race. We'll go through those drivers here in just a few moments' time. You see Daniel Zegers in the 8Z for Elbows Up Sim Sports. He's going to lay down his first lap time, and he'll slot himself into position number 14 with a 12.681. A 12.681. I don't think he'll get a second lap in as the checkered flag on the qualifying session comes out. No, he will not. And there we go. Officially going quick time here tonight. Let's take a look at those results for Team ABR Esports. It's Alex Bergeron, Landon Cardoza, Tyler Shell, Greg LeMay. In fact, we're going to see 4 heat races on the program. Alex Timothy Smith rounds out the top 5. Kenny Miller, Jason Randolph, Jamie McCarran, Aiden Beerline, and Mike Augustine will be the top 10. Let's go take a look at your Ultimate Dirt TV starting grid. On the pole in the Team ABR Esports, 3-time world champion Alex Bergeron. He's outside in car number 50 for TSM. That's Timothy Smith.
Row number 2 on the inside, the 13 for OBR Sim Sports, it's Aiden Beerline. Outside the 91 Black Diamond Motorsports, it's Ernie Williams Jr.
Tyler Schultz in the Team Outlaw Motorsports, car number 19. He'll roll off at a position number 5, and he's outside driving the 21F machine for Vanderpool Racing. That's Trevor Frank.
Justin Osborne in the 36. He'll start 7th and outside. Rounding out the field, it's Craig Silby in the 7 machine.
There we go. 8 cars in heat race number 1 for Apex Auto Glass and Tinting. Now, I believe, these are the numbers I've been given. Car 72, I'm going to say that's Mike Augustine. Car 22, not sure who that is. First name comes to mind will be Jason Niger, but I don't think we've seen him all season. Car number 50, well, that could be Timothy Smith in the 50, and that's exactly what it looks like. We've got the 021.
I think that might be Trevor Frank, actually.
Yeah, but he's... That's who I thought of as well, but he's showing on the outside of the second row, so we'll have to see. And the 036 machine as well.
So a handful of guys showing up late to the driver's meeting. So for some of them, that could be, you're starting in the front row, maybe the second row. Now you're going to have to come through the field once more, as Timothy Smith didn't even make the call here for heat race number 1. So 1 car is out. Top 3 go on to the show as the green flag is out. Alex Bergeron leads us here as heat race number 1 is underway at the dirt track at Charlotte.
Yeah, down into turn number 1 and 2. We got Ernie Williams Jr. in a different coloured car here. So are you seeing that one? Normally drives the Black Diamond Motorsports number 91 machine. He's been scored as the 49, but there goes Beerline running in 3rd position. Frank back there in 4th. Then you go back to Craig Silly. That's your top 5. Schultz and Osborne going to round out the 7 cars, but it is all Alex Bergeron at the moment out in front.
And Trevor Frank, he made his debut a few weeks ago. Being more as there's Ernie Williams Jr.'s paint now, that 91 Ultimate Dirt TV on that wing. He's looking strong, but Trevor Frank, being more of a fender guy, qualified good. He's in 4th right now, but he's got to get by that 13 for OBR Sim Sports if he wants to make it to the show.
Now again, top 3 going straight through to the main event. Right now, Alex Bergeron holds the key to the pole position right now. Ernie Williams Jr. running right through the middle of the racetrack, and the Tim Sims Dirt Track Simulators, number 91 for DDX at Ultimate Dirt TV. Here comes Beerline. We know Beerline's got a whole lot of supporters in the chat. Patricia is one of those, along with Anne-Marie as well. Here he comes, closing in on Williams, down into turn number 1 and 2. The cross flag sticks around 5 down, 5 to run. Will make that 4 to go this time by for Bergeron. Williams and Beerline running your top 3.
Bergeron out in front by a good margin. Ernie Williams Jr., though, has company because there goes Beerline to the inside. The 13 of Aiden Beerline going to the inside of Ernie Williams Jr. He's going to hold the bottom slide job by Beerline. He sits in 2nd now. Battle for the 4th spot. Silby gets into Trevor Frank. Frank goes upside down, as it looks like Tyler Schultz might have been there as well, but the battle up here for 2nd is still on.
Yeah, great racing for positions number 2 and 3. This will have these drivers starting position number 5 and 9 in the main event tonight. Still a lot on the line. It's a case of 2 rows, and the further you are up, obviously, the better your odds. That's going to try and track down your race leader in the main event. Speaking of your race leader, down into turn number 3, this time by Alex Bergeron. He's going to start on pole for the feature event here for Apex Auto Glass and Tinting. Alex Bergeron gets the win. Beerline Williams close at the line. The 2nd and 3rd, I believe Beerline got it, but after what we've seen in the 360s at Cedar Lake, We are going to hold off on the unofficial results until we get the official results. And speaking of those official results, here we go. Alex Bergeron, Aiden Beerline, and Ernie Williams Jr. 1, 2, and 3. They'll transfer to the show. 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Well, they're off to one of 3 B-mains on the program here tonight. Heat race number 2 in the Stand United Racing Caliber 114, Landon Cardoza. He went second quick here tonight. He'll start on the pole position. To his outside, driving Caliber 23 in the Phantom Motorsports, that's Kenny Miller.
Starting in the third spot, or scheduled to start in the third spot, the 72 of Mike Augustine. Outside of him, the 8 for Elbows Up Sim Sports, that Flow Racing ride, is Daniel Zegers.
The 036, another one of these drivers that could be getting a post-race EOL. We'll have to wait and see, but out of position number 5, it's Trent Cameron. He's outside the Vanderpool Racing, Caliber 55 of Hayden Harvey.
Starting in the 7th spot for the Fern Motorsports, the 05 of Josh Van Manen. And rounding up the field, the 13 from Carolina, it's Andrew Hauser.
All right, there we go. That is your cars and stars for heat race number 2. Again, we'll wait and see the drivers going to the back. There we go. Trent Cameron, Mike Augustine are 2 of the drivers in heat race number 2. And again, we, of course, Tim Smith. So we are looking at car 22 and car 021 over the next 2 heat races. Alex, and as you can see, there's a lot of this going on in the Facebook chat, and, well, why wouldn't you be when you can certainly get a hashtag Blame Alex in the chat?
I see it already. BJ Duvall, Tyler Schultz already blaming me for some reason. I don't know.
Well,
What I miss?
You're the one that was talking about Schultz. He was involved in the accident. Speaking of looking to not get involved in an accident, the 14 of Landon Cardoza, Kenny Miller again. We've seen Kenny Miller during the Worldwide iRacing League Association Speedway, and he was one of those drivers that really stood out and being towards the front of the field and one of those points contenders. Miller, Cardoza, give the advantage to Cardoza. He'll shut the door down into turn number 1, but here comes Miller trying to get a run back down the back straightaway. 3 car lengths separate the pair as we head off down into 3 and 4. Meanwhile, Hayden Harvey now into position number 3.
Hayden Harvey up into the 3rd spot right now. Andrew Hauser's looking good so far in the 4th spot. He'll be looking to start on the pole, possibly for one of the B mains if he can hold on here. But there's Kenny Miller. Miller trying to go to the outside of Cardoza. Now ducks below, playing a little mind games here. And Kenny Miller going to go to the inside. The 23M of Kenny Miller takes the lead momentarily because here comes Cardoza to the inside.
4 down, 6 to run. Kenny Miller to the race lead. Cardoza work backs to the inside. Miller trying to shut the door somewhat. Will leave very limited space on the exit of turn 2 as he makes his way through turn number 3 and 4. Cardoza now starting to feel the pressure, starting just to drift away from what he'd done in qualifying. And now here comes the 55, the Vanderpool Construction, Vanderpool Racing, number 55 entry of Hayden Harvey. Harvey works the cut down line on the exit of turn number 4, and now coming up the Cardoza down into 1 and 2, 3 and a bit to remain.
As you see Kenny Miller out in front, here comes Harvey top side on Landon Cardoza. Cardoza looking to seal his fate into a feature event here tonight, but he's got to hold off a few more laps here as Harvey is gaining some ground running that top side in that Vanderpool Racing 55.
Yeah, Cardoza just put in a couple of stellar performance laps here at the dirt track, and Charlotte now closes in. So he's driven away from Hayden Harvey, now trying to close in on Kenny Miller, but I think it's going to be too little, too late right now. It is all the 23 of Kenny Miller, who started on the outside of the front row, and it took him 4 laps to get to the front, and he has never looked back since. Down into 3 and 4, final time, checkered flag is out. Kenny Miller will start alongside Alex Bergeron on your front row for tonight's main event. Landon Cardoza home in 2nd, Hayden Harvey 3rd, Andrew Hauser 4th, Mike Augustine 5th, Trent Cameron, Daniel Zegers, and Josh Van Manen, your 8 drivers in heat race number 2. Official results coming up on your screen. Miller, Cardoza, Harvey, all going to the show. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Off you go. You've got a date with the B main. Back half of the heat races. Heat race number 3. Tyler Shell, the defending Apex Auto Glass and Tinting 410 Wing Sprint Car Series for Elbows Up Sim Sports. He'll start on pole to his outside, a driver that has had a very, very good run and a number of podiums over the past couple of weeks. Driving for the Firm Motorsports in Caliber 47, Jason Renoff out of position at number 2.
Row number 2 on the inside, Iridium Sim Sports, the 79. It's Daniel Boyd on the outside. He was a UDTV fan of the night last night. The 10 from the Firm Motorsports, it's Leon Carver.
Row number 3 on the inside in caliber 29 for Headhunter Motorsports out of position number 5. That is Joe Kaiser. And he's outside driving the number 32 machine for Team Outlaw Motorsports. It is the boss of BJ Duval and Trey Galgan in the 49, Alex. That's how you do it. He will start position number 7.
Oh, you're still on this, aren't you?
Absolutely. What about these wonderful shots? Again, these Team Outlaw Motorsport cameras. Make sure to check them out on Facebook and, of course, YouTube. Don't forget to subscribe to the YouTube channel. They spend a lot of time working on camera packs, and we're proud to have those guys as a wonderful supporter here on UDTV. Again, Team Outlaw Motorsports cameras. Again, a big thanks to our very own of BJ Duval, who has spent a lot of time getting the cameras and making sure that they are ready to go. Lights are out on the pace track, Alex. Tyler Shell, Jason Randolph, Daniel Boyd, Leon Carver, fan of the night last night, looking to put it into the show. Tyler Shell, he's got to be a hot favourite for this one.
So we also, JP Strider would like to let us know that we got his last name right tonight. So we did it good. We did good, Brett. We got his name right in that last race.
Yeah, but I started it. You had no idea.
I know.
You had no idea. I went for you to go for confirmation. Speaking of confirmation of the green flag is out. We're underway. Tyler Shell. Here comes the Iridium Sim Sports number 79 of Daniel Boyd. Heels picking up on the inside there on Jason Randolph. And now here comes a Leon Carver. A pair of Aussies battling it up for the final transfer position.
Leon Carver there in the 3rd spot right now. Boyd in 4th. BJ Duval in the 5th spot right now. As you see, Carver holds on to the 3rd spot and the final transfer, but Boyd is gaining quickly, as so is Carver on Randolph.
Actually, I think Carver might be a Kiwi. I'd have to get confirmation on that one. We'll have to see what the fan of the night from last night says. I know he's from the Oceanic region, but whoa, look out. Randolph, he nearly caught the right front there from Leon Carver. Carver throwing it deep down into 1 and 2. Again, he'll just follow in line behind the 47. Next time by, we are halfway home. It'll be 5 down and 5 to run for Tyler Shell. Down the back straightaway. Battle again for 2nd and 3rd on screen. Randolph up against Carver. Carver trying his best to get by the 47 as well. Look out, Randolph makes a mistake. Side by side down into 3 and 4, Alex.
Randolph up top. There's Carver on the bottom. Carver going to go for the haymaker slide. Job being served on to Jason Randolph. Randolph, oh man, collection. As there goes Daniel Boyd, BJ Duval. Into the top 3 they go as Duval now just has to hold on for the next 4 laps. 3 laps now to hold on to a transfer into the show tonight.
Oh, giddy up, Cowboy Duval. We go on board. Yes, BJ, take a good look at the front wing of your race car. Do exactly as it says. 2 to run for Shell, Boyd and Duval. A bit of a gap back there to the 29 of Joe Kaiser. Kaiser closing in again. I don't think he's going to have enough time. But in the out of turn number 4 and down the front straightaway. White flag is out. Alex, for Tyler Shell, your race leader.
Tyler Shell and the 85 gonna look to start on the 2nd row tonight through 3 and 4. The 85 for elbows up. Tyler Shell wins heat race number 3. Daniel Boyd in 2nd, and BJ Duval gonna hold on to 3rd and put it in the show here for the 32.
Hey, Alex. That's how you do it.
Sir.
That's how you do it with more than 24 cars on the raceway, by the way.
Oh my goodness gracious! Don't you? I'll be nice.
Yep, be nice. And you know what? He's done it twice. He done it in round 1 and then followed it up here in round number 7. There we go. Your official results for heat race number 3. Tyler Shell gets the win ahead of Daniel Boyd in 2nd. And Cowboy, the boss, BJ Duval home in 3rd. Kaiser, Galgan, Randolph and Carver all going to the B mains. Heat race number 4, your 4th and final heat race of the night. For Elbows Up Sim Sports, it's the 99 of Greg LeMay Jr. to start on pole. To his outside in caliber 2. For the Firm Motorsports, it's J-Mac of Jamie McCarran.
Row number 2 on the inside, OBR Sim Sports, the 17, it's Ty Williams. And outside, it is Remington Wade in the 77.
From Canada in caliber 021, he's going to be the driver that gets the EOL. That's Chris Sebeske, and he'll start out of position 5, although he'll go to the back and out of position number 6 in the Firm Motorsports caliber 03 machine of Sean Bowers. And there's our 22, Alex Angel Ortega in car 22 to start at the tail end of the field anyway. So there we go. The 5 cars that have all received penalties after missing the driver's briefing, Alex. And now it's time for LeMay up against McLaren.
So there's multiple battles here. You know, you have last night's winner, the 03, Sean Bowers. You also have Greg LeMay Jr., who made the Pro Series. J-Mac looking for some redemption here, make the series, make the feature tonight. And then you have Remington Wade, Ty Williams in that second row. There's going to be battles throughout here, but we're going to find out who the next 3 are to lock themselves into the feature event, because heat race number 4 is underway, and LeMay goes right to the top.
Okay, just trying to get some training paints issues sorted, but green flag is out. Heat number 4, your 4th and final heat. LeMay and McLaren running first and second. Ty Williams back there in third. Let's hopefully he doesn't have the old hashtag blame Alex Gers, but Bowers down into position number 3 right now. Look at Chris Sebeske in the 21. He's up on the wheel right now, but Ty Williams all over the back of Bowers. He'll go to the inside. Look for the slide jump down into 1 and 2. Look out, they'll make contact. Bowers into the green. Sebeske to the inside, and Ty Williams back to position number 3.
Williams into the 3rd spot still. The battle for the lead, though. J-Mac, Jim McCarron, he is in the 2nd spot trying to make a move on the 99 of LeMay. LeMay goes to the top side once more. McCarron going to follow him around, but you see Ty Williams has company. Sebeske and Remington Wade right there on Ty Williams' back bumper.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7. They were close on the exit of turn number 4. They spread themselves out. Sebeske in the 21. Trying to get by Ty Williams. He'll go from the top to the middle of the racetrack on the exit of turn 4. It's Ty Williams doing his best to protect that slider line and protect those lines down into turn number 1 and 3 as well. Meanwhile, it's still LeMay up in front from Jamie McCarron. McCarron, man, you know he just wants to put it into the show, but here comes Sebeske. He's rolling the top side all the way around now. He'll get a run down out of turn number 2 down the back straightaway. Sebeske with a slide job down into 3 and 4, and here comes Williams. Can he get back to his inside? No, this time it's going to be Sebeske to protect that line down into 1.
Ty Williams in the 4th spot now, trying to gain some ground on Sebeske. Sebeske goes up top. Williams goes to the bottom. Oh, man. He tried to throw another haymaker on him. Sebeske holds it off, though, with 2 to go.
2 to run as we make our way down the back straight away. Greg LeMay Jr. in the 99 for elbows up Simsworth. He's got a comfortable half a second lead right now over Jamie McCarron in the 2M machine for the Firm Motorsports. Backstretch final time, final heat race of the night. Greg LeMay is going to start position number 4 alongside his teammate of Tyler Shell in row number 2. Second will go to Jamie McCarron. He'll start position number 8. Chris Sebeske will start 12th in the feature event. Ty Williams, Remington Wade, Sean Bowers, Angel Ortega. Those 3 drivers going to our preliminary mains. It'll be, I believe we're going to have 2 B mains on the program. I don't think there's enough for 3. And we've already locked 12 in, so I dare say we're going to take the top 6 from each B main. Yes, it will be confirmed, just the 2 B mains, and I believe they are going to be 12 laps in distance. We'll check here on your Ultimate Dirt TV starting grid here in just a few seconds as we wait for the timing screen to pop up on the screen. There we go. LeMay, McCarron, and Sebeske going to the show. Williams, Wade, Bowers, Ortega. Well, they're going to the B mains. Let's take a look at your Ultimate Dirt TV starting grid. And confirm 12 laps of distance. And your top 6 will go through. Starting on pole position in caliber 7, it's Craig Silby to his outside. It's going to be Joe Kaiser in the Headhunter Motorsports 29 entry.
Row number 2 on the inside, the 36, it's Justin Osborne outside from Pennsylvania. The 49, it's Trey Galligan.
Trevor Frank driving caliber 21F for Vanderpool Racing. He'll start out of position number 5 on his outside in caliber 47 in the Firm Motorsports entry. Position number 6 belongs to Jason Randolph.
Tyler Schultz for Team Outlaw Motorsports in the 19. He'll start 7th outside in the 10. It's going to be Leon Carter for the Firm Motorsports, and rounding out the field scheduled to start 9th in the 50 for TSM. It's Timothy Smith.
All right, there we go. The B main number 1. 9 cars on the racetrack. Top 6 are going to go through. So 2/3, Alex, of both B main 1 and B main 2. And I believe we've got a couple of penalties being handed out here. It looks like Craig Silby in the 7 machine is going to go to the back. In fact, and that's Joe Kaiser as well. So there we go. Yeah, the 7 of Craig Silby and Leon Carver. That's going to elevate Joe Kaiser to the inside of the second row. Tyler Schultz in the 97 machine. He'll start position number 5. He's looking for a hashtag. Thanks, Alex. If we can get into the show, just like BJ Duval done. But B main number 1, Alex, I'll let you start us off, champion.
So I figured out Craig Silby got into Trevor Frank. That's why he went to the back. So I don't know about the other one, but that's what that is. But the green flag, B main, number 1 underway. Trevor Frank going to throw a haymaker just to start off this B main. He takes over the lead, but here we go. We're going to go 3 wide into turn 3 and 4. Osborne, Frank, Kaiser all battling it out. Oh, man. Frank going to have contact with Osborne as Osborne takes over the lead.
Wow, that was scary there for some of the drivers. And that was just lap number 1, and we are yellow for the first time. And man, oh man, that got real chaotic here as we'll take a look at your UltimateDirtTV / hashtag blame Alex instant replay. So there was some contact. And I'm just trying to get that card there. Trey Galvin that was, so let's just have a rewind of that one. And it all happened with Trevor Frank in front of him as well. So Trevor Frank just 3 wide there with Kaiser. And the 36 of Osborne. Osborne slides up. Doesn't really leave too much of a lane. Didn't quite get clear of him either. And caught the front end there of the 21F machine. That's a massive hashtag blame Alex moment if I've ever seen one. And you know why, Alex? This is your teammate.
Oh, why thank you.
I'll tell you who's lucky. I'll tell you who's going to throw a thanks Alex out there. Tyler Schultz. He got away with that one.
He's going to gain some spots out of there as he's up into the 4th spot. He's going to restart 4th, so he is in a comfortable spot right now. 2 cars behind him. They'll be battling to save their transfer spots as they'll be on that bubble. But Tyler Schultz holds on to the 4th spot, and rumor has, I think he said he got home from work today and he went right on to Rocket Racing Setups and bought one of Brett Wheeler's famous 410 setups just for the dirt track in Charlotte here tonight. And, well, he's showing it here tonight as he is up to the 4th spot.
Well, what a legend. In fact, you know what? We're going to take a ride on board right now with Tyler Schultz in the number 97 machine. Restarting on the outside of row number 2. And this will give you a good indication on how slick the track is at the moment and how these drivers have to work around it. But Alex, don't be fooled, because don't forget, after the B mains, they'll have a track reset where we're going to track reset. We'll take an opportunity to step aside, of course, but well, these drivers will get 5 minutes. Here comes Schultz down to the inside there on Timothy Smith down into 1 and 2. Look out, gets a little loose as now here comes Galvin working to the outside. Your battle for the transfer spot is on.
Battle spots are on for the transfer as Schultz drops back now. Frank into 7th, but Galligan, he holds on to the final spot, but there goes Leon Carver in 6th right now. Trevor Frank in 7th. Galligan 5th. Joe Kaiser up in 4th right now. Smith, who missed the call for the heat race. He was in the back, starting in the back for this B main, and he's up to 2nd right now, coming after Jason Randolph.
Tim, well, Tim, I'll chat to you after, buddy. We'll get your logo up on the screen. Timothy Smith again from the back of the field, from position number 9 to position number 2. And you know he wants to get 1 spot. 1 more spot is on the line. Randolph doing his best to hold on as Randolph and Smith got into the back of Randolph there on the front straightaway. 2 laps left to run. Alex, I don't think Randolph's going to have enough. I think Tim Smith is way too quick right now.
Tim Smith goes to the bottom side. The white flag is out there side by side. Drag racing to the finish line. Here we go. Slide job by Tim Smith. Here comes Randolph now trying to go to the inside, side by side. Randolph going to go to the bottom, going to slide up, try and make a move here. Money move for the 47. He's going to win. B main number 1, Timothy Smith in 2nd.
Oh, I'll take that back. Jason Randolph. I thought there was no way he was going to hang on there, but he proved me wrong. He did. by 0.024 of a second. Jason Randolph in the Firm Motorsports 47 gets the win. Timothy Smith in second. Joe Kaiser third. Leon Carver fourth. Justin Osborne fifth. Trevor Frank gets the final transfer position, meaning Trey Galgan, Craig Silby, and hashtag Blame Alex for Tyler Schultz in ninth position. 7, 8, and 9 all going home. They'll have to make a short trip or get ready for next week for round number 8. I think we head to Kokomo next week, I think it is, but don't worry about that. We've got B-Main number 2 on the racetrack. Andrew Hauser in car number 13. He'll start on pole. On his outside, it's Ty Williams in the 27.
Row number 2 on the inside, the 17, it's Mike Augustine. On the outside, the 77, it's Remington Wade.
Trent Cameron, the 036, starts position number 5 in the Firm Motorsports 03 entry. Sean Bowers starts position number 6.
7th from elbows up, the 8, it's Daniel Zegers. Outside, the 22 of Angel Ortega. And rounding up the field, the 05, the Firm Motorsports, it's Josh Van Manen.
There we go, 9 cars in B-Main number 2 once again. And your top 6 are going to go through.
Hey, Brett, did you see that me and you are Rico Robles idols?
I'm jealous of his hair.
I really am. That hair, I wish I could get hair like that.
So's your boyfriend.
You mean my food? I know. I love my food.
I know. 18 pounds of spaghetti each night. Here we go. Green flag.
Oh, absolutely.
Hauser and Wade. Top 6 are going to go through. Angel Ortega already out of the event, so make that 8 cars. Keep an eye on Sean Bowers. He was lightning quick here last night in the B-Fins 360 Sprint Car Series 3 wide. Cameron. What, look out, Cameron, Bowers, and Augustine. 3 wide, Bowers right through the middle. Cameron up on the inside. What a race for positions 3, 4, and 5. And Daniel Zegers, he's got the best seat now. So now here comes Ty Williams. 5 cars. Alex, 6 of them are going to go through.
Sean Bowers in the 3rd spot. You see Cameron, Ty Williams now moving up the line. He's on the bottom side. Here comes Zegers now. Zegers to the outside. He takes the 4th spot. Trent Cameron dropping back slowly because now Williams holds that bottom side, trying to get into the 5th spot with those 2 on the bubble. Here comes Augustine. Here comes Van Manen.
Yeah, you want a bit of insurance positions right now, and Ty Williams does not have that. Now he does as Cameron. He absolutely smacks the concrete wall. Here comes Van Manen. 3 wide for the final transfer spot. Van Manen had to cut it down from the top to the bottom. Look out, Daniel Zegers. He had some dramas. Cameron into the wall. Van Manen into the final transfer position. Wade and Williams. Williams with a slide job, and we are yellow. Wow, Alex, it is happening. It is chaos.
Chaos really ensued there as desperation heaves and desperations hose for this final spots here tonight into the A main. But also, you want to talk about spaghetti, this is going to turn into what Gabriel Iglesias said about chocolate cake. People are going to see me at the racetrack and bring me spaghetti.
No. People are going to get a photo with you, and the caption on Twitter or Facebook is going to be hashtag Blame Alex. That's all you need to do. Hey, I hear you're going to Bristol.
I'm about to say that I'm going to let people know I'm going to Bristol. I'm going down for the World of Outlaw late models and UMP. So if you see me, take a picture and don't forget hashtag Blame Alex.
It's as simple as that. Take a picture, 2 words, put them together, a hashtag and 9 letters. Alex, I know you're bad at math. That's why I said 9 letters.
Oh, wow. Thank you so much.
All right, waiting for the lights to go out. In fact, they are out this time by a pace truck. Will move to the infield, and we're looking at 4 laps left remaining. The field will double up into 2x2. Hauser, the pole sitter. Bowers on the outside of the front row. He's had to come from position number 6. He's already advanced 4 spots. Can he get one more to start out of position at number 14 in the main event? Again, this will line up the outside row. Alex, 4 to go for Andrew Hauser or maybe Sean Bowers.
Sean Bowers looking to have another strong run at the dirt track at Charlotte, but he is holding on to the 2nd spot. Can he win this B-main? We'll have to find out. Andrew Hauser in the middle, Sean Bowers up top. Here comes the 77 of Remington Wade as well. As you see, all these cars are bunched up, battling it out. Zegers and Ty Williams, Augustine, all battling it out to try and avoid sitting in that final transfer spot. Sean Bowers, though, he's going to throw a slide job for the lead.
Oh, Zegers into the wall and upside down. Zegers is going to be out of the bank. We go or we stay green. Hauser tried to throw the move on Bowers. Wade, Williams, and Augustine belling it out for 3, 4, and 5. Trent Cameron holds on to the final transfer position. That leaves Josh Van Manen, the only car at the moment in or left on the racetrack to not make the show. Back straight away, final time into turn number 3. Out of turn number 4, Hauser tries to work it low. Bowers gets a run on the top side. Bowers going to win B-main number 2. Look out, man. Cameron, he nearly took out our camera here on the front straight away. He nearly took out the Team Outlaw Motorsports cameras. Man, what a race. Alex, B-main 1 and B-main number 2. They are really turning it on. And now we see the track get a reset. These drivers, they'll have about 2, 3, 4, even 5 minutes. We'll have to wait and see what race control does. But Bowers, Hauser, Williams, Wade, Augustine, and Cameron, your top 6. Van Manen, Zegers, and Ortega. Time to pack it up and get ready for next week. Galax, we'll take a quick break here on Ultimate Dirt TV. We're going to pay some bills, play some music, and get ready for the main event, round number 7 of the Apex Auto Glass and Tinting 410 Winged Sprint Car Series live, right here on Ultimate Dirt TV from the virtual dirt track at Charlotte.
Where you been?
Shit, man, I've been taking care of these motherfuckers.
Y'all was coming in, and now you're backing out. It's hard to talk big with a shotgun in your mouth. I'm glad you brought your friends. They can watch it go down. I got mine too. So welcome to my house. Cause these are my people, and this is my land. This is what we pray for, and this is God's plan. If you ain't from...
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Ultimate Dirt TV's coverage of the Apex Auto Glass and Tinting 410 Wing Sprint Car Series, round number 7 from the virtual dirt track at Charlotte. It's time to take a look at your Ultimate Dirt TV starting grid, and starting from the back to the front. Starting in position number 24, Trent Cameron. Position number 23 is Trevor Frank.
Starting in the 22nd spot, it's going to be the 72 of Mike Augustine. On the inside, in the 21st spot, the 36 of Justin Osborne.
Remington Wade on the outside of row number 10, position number 20 to his inside. Leon Carver, position number 19.
18th, the 17, it's Ty Williams. On the inside, the 29, Headhunter Motorsports, Joe Kaiser starts 17th.
Andrew Hauser, position number 16 on his inside. Row 8, Timothy Smith in position number 15.
Row number 7 on the outside, the Fur Motorsports 03 of Sean Bowers. On the inside, it's his teammate, the 47 of Jason Randolph.
Drivers transferring from the heats. Chris Sebesco will start position number 12 on his inside. The boss of Team Outlaw Motorsports, BJ Duvall, out of position number 11.
Row number 5 on the outside, starting 10th of 55, Vanderpool Racing, it's Hayden Harvey. On the inside, Black Diamond Motorsports, the 91 of Ernie Williams Jr.
Jamie McCarron, the 2M, out of position number 8. Daniel Boyd, the Iridium Sim Sports, 79, position number 7.
Landon Cardoza for Stand United Racing starts 6th. OBR Sim Sports, the 13, it's Aiden Beerline. He'll start 5th.
Row 2 belongs to Elbows Up Sim Sports. It's Greg LeMay Jr., the 99, position number 4. And Tyler Shell, position number 3.
On the front row on the outside, Phantom Motorsports 23, it's Kenny Miller the 3rd. And on the inside for Team ABR, the 12, it's Alex Bergeron.
Round number 7, the Apex Auto Glass and Tinting 410 Winged Sprint Car Series. It's time to get dirty for 30. Here, make the naughty for 40 here at the dirt track at Charlotte. And we are green down into 1 and 2. Bergeron, Shell now quickly moves into 2nd position. Miller back to 3rd. LeMay, Beerline on the inside right now, looking for 3rd on Miller. Track has been freshened up, but right now, Alex, it's fairly tacky, but this track is really going to slick it off late in the race.
The track will get slicker, you see. There's Landon Cardoza now. He is going for a slide job on Aiden Beerline. He sneaks into the top 5 now. Beerline, though, trying to have that short-lived freshness for him as he goes to the inside of Cardoza. Side by side they come. Here comes that 2M of Jamie McCarron, but the caution flag is out already.
Man, McCarron was about to throw it deep. He was not even going to sell it cheap. First yellow flag of the night comes courtesy of the 036 machine. Trent Cameron involved in this one as we take a look at the instant replay on your screen right now. Oh, Carver got into the back of Wade, and then Carver slowed down, and that's the reason why Trent Cameron goes around. He got into the back of Carver, and then I'm just trying to look at who that was there behind him in the zero machine. Could that be the other 36? That might be Justin Osborne in the other 36. So a couple of 36 cars there. Yeah, I just noticed something. Look what's up on the top left of that wing, Alex.
I see Rocket Racing setups on those cars. And does that mean what I think it means, Mr. Wheeler?
I got no idea, but I'm going to say yes.
So we have a few cars in this field running Rocket Racing setups. Again, they are sponsors here on UltimateDirtTV. And for Sprint Car setups, yours truly, Brett Wheeler, he makes those Sprint Car setups 410s, 360s, and 305s?
And 305s.
And 305s. So if you need a Sprint Car setup for any track, any Sprint Car winged, guess what? Brett Wheeler and Rocket Racing setups is your place to be.
Certainly is. That goes for any setups, whether it's asphalt, road. What else you got? Dirt, oval, course. Oh, Jamie McCarron. There may be a black flag coming for the 2, and he stuck him on the inside there on Kenny Miller, but here comes Shell to the inside on Bergeron. A rematch of what we've seen at the Grove in the World Championships, and you know these two drivers are really going to fight for positions. As Tyler Shell, he got to the start-finish line first.
Oh, man. You missed that one. You missed that one, Wheeler. That was a chaos ensues. 3 and 4 cars were upside down as we're going to look here. The UltimateDirtTV instant replay. And the mess ensued as there's Landon Cardoza, Ernie Williams Jr., Hayden Harvey, all those cars right behind him. Williams gets into Cardoza, and then, let the chaos ensue there.
That's the best
cars going upside down.
Oh, Carver and Smith.
Sabisky going for a ride there.
Cardoza upside down. Sabisky landed on all fours. Trevor Frank hits Carver there at the end of it. Carver Does he get back on all fours? No, he does not. One car coming back out of the pits. Who's that? Okay, it's Mike Augustine coming out of the pits. So there we go. Oh, and look at this. Alex, we got a change for the race lead, buddy.
So Tyler Schell out in front, Bergeron in second, Kenny Miller, LeMay, and Beerline. Still your top 5 there. But again, a battle between Schell and Bergeron. This is one of those, Kendall Tucker missing in action tonight, but these two going head for head all season long. Schell comes in first week. Bergeron missed week 1, and that helped Schell come out to an early points lead right now. But let me double check the points going into tonight. And it was Tyler Schell was up on, Kendall Tucker was in second, Braden Eiler, who's missing as well, he was in third, and Alex Bergeron in fourth.
Well, looks like Tyler Schell might just be able to defend a back-to-back championship with the Apex Auto Glass tinting. We'll see if he can go back-to-back in victory lane here, as it's going to be Tyler Schell to lead Alex Bergeron, Kenny Miller, Greg LeMay Jr. now. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Beerline rounding out the top 5. Here comes Bergeron. He goes with a big slide job down into turn number 3 and 4. Right here, race leader Alex Bergeron at the start-finish line. And the yellow comes out, and boy, oh boy, did the yellow come before we got to the start-finish line. We'll have to wait and see what happens here and who is going to get back to the front. And I believe we are looking at Landon Cardoza and Jamie McCarron once again, Alex. Maybe not. Maybe Jamie McCarron. Oh, there was a little bit of gap there between the 2M and the 55 of Hayden Harvey. There was not much of a gap, but enough of a gap to put the 2M. There it is. See that there? Watch it here, down into 1 and 2. They were getting close anyway. And just there. Ouch. You hate to see it. And Jamie McCarron again, who was just been hit from pillar to post after that one. He goes upside down. And I don't think that 2M machine is going to get back on all fours anytime soon. So he's out of the event. Yes, Leon. Hashtag taken out by hashtag blame Alex.
And again, Jamie McCarron had a good run. Top runs quick in qualifying, makes a feature from the heat race. And then again, wrong place, wrong time. A tough break for that 2M.
Green flag back out. Lap number 6 is complete. 24 to 34 to 1. Bergeron with a immediate slide job down into 1 and 2. What a great move by the world champion. Here comes Schell back to the inside. LeMay now slide job on Kenny Miller. Schell will lead lap number 7, and we are yellow. Uh-oh. He drives for Black Diamond Motorsports. It's not the little Hurricane because he's too scared to be here tonight. It is Ernie Williams Jr. in the 91. Let's take a look at the UltimateDirtTV instant replay. Sebeske gets into the back of Cameron there. Williams doesn't have enough time to check up, and he catches Sebeske and he goes around. Thankfully, there shouldn't be too much damage on the 91 machine. It was a little hit, but nonetheless, it's still a hit, Alex, and you get involved in that type of stuff and it can get into the mind.
Oh man, you really must have fired up the little Hurricane, because he came right back on the comment section after you mentioned him. He said he's not scared. He's just tubbing it right now in real life.
No, that's just an excuse. It's just an excuse, Mason.
Mason does realize if I say I have to work and I get yelled at for missing a race, he's going to get yelled at for whatever excuse he comes up with as well, right?
Absolutely. Mate, look, whether you're a teammate or whether you work for me, there's no favoritism here.
Equal opportunity.
Exactly. And that's why I won't say it. You know where I'm going with that one, right?
I know exactly where you're going with that one.
Cool. Just wanted to make sure. I didn't want to have to spell it out for you. Hey, we never got picks in. We're 7 or 8 laps in. Without picking Bergeron or Shell, who do you think has a chance at upsetting these two drivers?
I'm going to go with... You know what? He's running the top 10. I'm going to see what he can do. And I'm going to see him flip out on me.
God.
I'm going to go with the Cowboy, the 32 in BJ Duval.
Already get those hashtag blame Alex's in chat already. Green flag is back out. We've worked lap number 8, 33 remaining. Shell, Bergeron, Miller, LeMay and Beerline. Here comes Bergeron. Big time slider once again down into 3 and 4. Shell turns it back underneath him. We get a lap in the books. Give that lap to Shell just by a few 1,000ths of a second. Shell through the middle of the racetrack. Bergeron, here he goes. Will he come back down to the bottom? No. He'll stay upstairs. Shell protected the slider down into turn number 3 and 4. 31 remaining, Alex.
Alex Bergeron goes to the bottom side. Going to slide up. Going to check up a little bit there as he goes side by side with Shell. Shell takes back the lead now. Goes to the bottom side as here comes Bergeron just running the top side. That 12. Trying to gain some more ground as he's going to go for the slider. Now, this time he's clear, and that 12 is going to take back the lead.
You just knew this race was going to be epic between these two, as they did in the World Championships. There's a reason why these two drivers are very, very good at what they do. Bergeron cut down line on the exit of turn number 2, and yellow is going to be out on the racetrack, so we're not even going to see that big slider that was coming into turn number 3 from Bergeron. Let's take a look at your Ultimate Dirt TV and hashtag Blame Alex instant replay. Sean Bowers in the 03 entry for the Firm Motorsports. Bell just went on his own. And the rear busted. Tim Smith involved in that one. And oh boy, there was a number of cars that was involved in that one. Andrew Hauser got caught up in that as well in the 13 machine. And I believe that might have been Trent Cameron as well in the 36C. So 3 drivers getting caught up. Sean Bowers, unfortunately, I believe he's called the virtual tow. And he is back on pit road. Meanwhile, look at that smoke coming out of the 2M machine of Jamie McCarran. Car looks like it's having a fit.
I have a feeling Mason Hannigan didn't listen to you when you said about picks and you said about except for Shell and Bergeron, because he goes, I picked Shell. So once again, I've talked to Mason multiple times this week, and it just shows once again that he just does not follow instructions and listen very clearly.
No, exactly. All right. No one cares about Tubman, all right?
Brett knows where it's at. Brett's always keeping his nose clean because he runs the bottom side of these tracks.
BDHM. Bottom's down here, mate. I can run the top at 2 tracks probably, but I'm a bottom feeder. Here we go. Green flag is out. This time, Shell and Bergeron running first and second as usual. Kenny Miller in third. LeMay and Beerline around at your top 5. Slide job coming out from Bergeron already down into 1 and 2. But Shell uses his advantage, uses the momentum to get back in front down into turn 3. As here comes Bergeron once again. As Bergeron, Shell going to give that one to Alex Bergeron.
As you see, Bergeron had those slide jobs locked and loaded after that caution flag came out as he threw them in 1 and 2 and in 3 and 4, and he's going to do it once more in 3 and 4. Another slide job by Alex Bergeron. Here goes Shell to the inside. Keep an eye on that 23M of Kenny Miller III. He is catching up to these 2 cars as the caution flag waves once more.
Oh, you just know if we get 10 laps in, you know these boys are really going to take the gloves off. You just know it's going to happen. Chris Sebeske, Remington Wade, 2 drivers involved here in the crash. Let's take a look. Ultimate Dirt TV instant replay. In fact, let's go to Remington Wade. Oh, contact with Tim Smith, I believe that was in the 50. Yeah, it was. Just Remington Wade. Smith had a run. And there goes the 77 around. Chris Sebeske involved. And man, Remington Wade, I've been in a number of hosted sessions in 410s at this very racetrack with Remington a couple of seasons ago. He's got some speed. Mason, you're welcome in the booth anytime. However, you've got to prove to me that you're not scared to run 410s. I mean, why don't you run World of Thunder? Is it because you want to cherry pick a 360 league race? That's no good, buddy. That's no good.
He said something to me about that too, about him joining me in the booth. I go, come on. I go, I'm bored by myself. As you know, BJ Duval never wants to talk with me, so I'm bored by myself. So, but apparently he's scared to join us in the booth too. He's one of those. He's all talk. You know how Blake Blake said he was going to join us in the booth too. Yep. They all say they want to do it, but guess what? How many of them show up?
Exactly when the time comes. Just like you never showed up a couple of Thursday nights when you said you were going to be here. But at least you come back.
Yeah, I didn't quit.
Hey, look, we give equal opportunities here on Ultimate Dirt. There's a reason why people want to come to us.
Why do I feel that laugh was you didn't quit yet?
I don't know what you're
I'm scared. I'm scared now, Wheeler. I'm scared now.
I don't know what you're on about, Alex. I'll tell you what I do know what I'm on about. I know we're about to get on the gas and go back. Green flag action, 15 down, 25 to run. Again, I've said it before, I'll say it again. If we get some laps in, Shell v Bergeron, and you can even make this a triple threat with Kenny Miller, and maybe even a four-way with Aiden Beerline, you know this is going to be a race for the ages. Here comes Bergeron, returning the slide job back on Tyler Shell. He parked it on the front nose of the 85. Another lap in. Alex Bergeron will lead that lap. Here comes Shell once again back with a slide job, and they know exactly what to do, where to run. Here comes Kenny Miller once again trying to close in on the battle between Alex Bergeron and Tyler Shell. How can you not love this type of racing?
Watch out for Kenny Miller. He's just running that middle side, just watching, and yet another call. I feel like you last night in the 360 race. Every time I try and call some action, we get a caution.
Well, you know what we do with that?
Don't you dare.
You knew it was coming too. Clayton Wise, thank you very much for the 50 stars, buddy. Appreciate it. Thank you very much for spending some cash here on Ultimate Dirt TV. Let's take a look at your instant replay. You blame Alex instant replay. Ernie Williams Jr. and Joe Kaiser. Oh, Kaiser. Wow. Take a look behind that. Let's go back a bit further because that was Trent Cameron here and Andrew Hauser. That was tough. That's not what I wanted. That's not what I wanted either. This is what I wanted here. So Cameron gets loose. Hauser gets into the side of him. And the 77 of Remington Wade. Yeah, it's tough. Charlotte's a big enough track. JP, what's blame Willex? I think he was trying to. I think he was trying to type blame Alex. Yeah, call 9. What's Alex? Hey Mason, what's the number for 911?
You know what? You know who's another person who actually now I just thought about this one. You know who else is another person who said they wanted to join us in the booth but never has shown up for it?
Does it happen to be a female?
Yes, it happens to be a female.
Does it happen to be any part of a partnership with a certain iRacing World Champion of Blake Majulis?
Yes, it does.
Yeah, again, she's too scared to be up in the booth there. Here we go. Shell Bergeron on the verge of being at the cross flag sticks here in the main event. And just like we've seen in the 360s, it's tough to get going, but once these guys get going, these boys are really starting to make a real habit of trading some slide jobs. Next time by Alex, we are halfway home. This time by 20 down, 20 to run. Bergeron, Shell, and Bergeron, he caught that bomb down into 3 and had to get off the gas, otherwise he would have fenced Tyler Shell.
As we're getting feisty, here comes Kenny Mitt. Oh my goodness gracious.
Alex, shut up. Uh-oh. You did it. You did it.
Oh, I did. Did I do it? Did I do it?
You did it.
Did I do it? I did it!
The boss, Alex, has struck again. He caught the tire. I feel like Trent Cameron has been in about 4 or 5 incidences so far tonight. Mason, that just doesn't even go. It doesn't even roll off the tongue properly. There's too many B's in that.
But you want to know? You want to hear the best part?
What's that, buddy?
Look next door in race control, and look who's sitting there.
Oh, I know.
Just smiling away, and yet could have joined us in the booth, but no.
I know. Hey, Mason, you'd want to hope, for your sake and your sake only, if I am heading to Knoxville in August, you won't want to be there. Because if I see you, I will make sure I will run over your foot with my wheelchair.
I was just about to say, what are you going to do, Brett? Run over his foot? Thank you.
Listen, all right, I'll be the bigger man here, and I'm going to walk away. But I ain't walking too far, because I'll need my chair back.
Oh, man.
Oh, look, if that does happen, that would be absolutely amazing to finally get over there. And, again, just meet wonderful people that I've spoken to and known on the sim side of things for a long time. 21 down, 19 to go. We are past the half race distance. It's still Shell v Bergeron 1 and 2. Beerline now trying to get a run here on Kenny Miller down into turn number 3. Beerline, he'll go to the cushion. Miller stays right through the middle of the racetrack, and here comes your race leader down into turn number 1 and 2. But it challenges. Here comes Alex Bergeron with a big time slide job, and Shell rolls the bottom side. Shell back to the race lead.
Alex Bergeron, Tyler Shell battling it out. Slide job for slide job here, as now Tyler Shell still holds on to this lead. Bergeron going to go to the top. Shell to the bottom side. Look at Bergeron go around the top, gaining some ground on that 85 machine. As you see now, Shell must have known something was up, because here comes Shell to the top side, but Bergeron still got the run. Here we go into turn 1 and 2.
Shell has just got that bottom side working and rolling. There's a whole lot of moisture down there in 1 and 2. This time it's going to be a yellow. Wow. Again. Uh-oh. Our driver in third place for 23M for Phantom Motorsports. Kenny Miller is the reason for the caution flag. We'll see if he does it on his own or whether he has some help from the 13 machine. He does have a bit of help from Aiden Beerline. Hayden Harvey done well not to miss that one. Trevor Frank involved. Williams just gets around that one. Yellow is out. And there comes the boss just trying to sneak through as well. But, man, Kenny Miller unfortunately got tagged by Aiden Beerline in the 13B machine. And that's going to put, I believe, Beerline, he may be getting sent to the tail end of the field here. I'll have to wait and see what race control does. He pulls over to the left, and, well, again, we don't really play favourites, but Alex probably rightfully deserved that he has to go to the back of the line.
Yeah, but again, 10, closing in on 10 to go. We've seen it before. We've seen it from Bergeron a few weeks ago at Volusia when he made an error, and he yet came through the field and finished in the top 3. It's possible. Beerline has the car. We've seen him run in the top 5 all night. It's possible for him to get through, but it's one of those you're going to have to work through the field and work through it really quickly.
Yeah, something we haven't seen is lap traffic. Of course, all these stoppages, these stop, start. It can get in the minds of some of these drivers, and especially towards the back end of the field, which is where we're seeing a lot of this stuff come from. And again, these difficult race conditions as well. But everybody else, they're all out on the same racetrack. It's not like they're racing on different surfaces, I should say. 25 down, 15 remaining, and again, I feel like I haven't gotten off these two all night, and you're just trying to look at the rest of the field. But when you got this type of racing for the race lead between this quality of drivers, you just know that the battle up front is going to be epic, as Alex Bergeron will lead lap number 26 as here comes Shell back to the inside with a slide job. Bergeron turns it back underneath him down into turn number 3, and this time Bergeron will return the favour as here comes Shell, tucks him behind him, but no, they'll both go low down into 1.
Both cars going low. Hayden Harvey back there in the third spot. He's watching this show with LeMay right now as Shell goes to the bottom side. Going to throw the slide job on Alex Bergeron. Shell takes back the race lead as we are closing in on 10 to go.
Oh my
Another
God.
caution.
Alex, stop it. stop it, please. Oh. Hey, I was just going to say, I'll come back to that point here in a second, as Ernie Williams Jr. in the Black Diamond at Tim Sims number 91 machine. Oh, he does it all by himself. Sebeske catches him. Ouch. Ernie Williams Jr. Can we get a medic to turn 3 and 4, please? A medic required in turn number 3 and 4. Ernie was actually one of those drivers that he finished second in last season, and a driver that we've missed the last couple of weeks as well, Richie Preston, who finished third in the opening season. But going back to a point I was just about to make, if Shell and Bergeron continue to throw sliders and they slow each other up, I have got every cent that, and again, I'm a big betting man. If I was to put a money on an outsider, Hayden Harvey, he's got some pace to get this done.
As that would be a marquee win for that 55 there. If he can knock off 2 world-class drivers, that will be a boost to his career in that 55, a boost to Vanderpool Racing, a boost to everyone that has something to do with that kid's career right now. If he can knock off a 3-time defending World of Outlaw champion and the guy who unseated Bergeron at Williams Grove in the Pro Series in Tyler Schell.
And again, Tyler Schell, the 85 machine, again, he picked up Season 1 of the Apex Auto Glass and Tinting 410 Sprint Cars. He won 9 out of the 10 races. And we're hearing as well big things to come in Season number 3 for Apex Auto Glass and Tinting. And hopefully you'll be able to catch all the action right here on Ultimate Dirt TV. Speaking of Ultimate Dirt TV, the green flag is going to come back out for Tyler Schell. He got a great restart. Hayden Harvey is up 7 positions. How about Ty Williams in 5th? He is up 13 spots. And then you go back down a little further. Trevor Frank in the 21 machine. He is up 14 positions. Meanwhile, we got a challenge for the race lead once again. This time by, we are 10 the circuits remaining here at the dirt track at Charlotte.
Tyler Schell out in front. There's Bergeron. Bergeron going to lose some ground. Here comes that 55 of Hayden Harvey. Harvey sitting there in the 3rd spot, but he still has to get around Bergeron and Schell, and that is more easier said than done, as you see Bergeron on that top side gaining ground, and you see Harvey. He's losing some ground on these 2 cars. Bergeron, you can see it from the side of Harvey as Bergeron throws a slider for the lead on Schell. Those 2 battling out all night long, all 32 laps, and we are closing in on the final laps here. Oh, contact on Bergeron. Here comes Harvey to the outside for the 2nd spot, but there goes Bergeron. Right back low, slide job served, and we are battling for the lead still.
Wow, and now here comes Hayden Harvey, 1, 2, and 3, the whole nose to tail. Bergeron cut it down to the middle of the raceway on the exit of turn number 2. Again, they'll go upstairs in turn number 3 and 4, this time by 6 laps remaining for Tyler Schell. Can he hold on? Can he park the 85 back in victory lane for a 2nd time this season? Or will Bergeron continue to rack up wins each week? And I believe he has not finished outside of the top 3 in the 5 weeks that we have seen him now looking to make it 6 in a row for top 3 podium position for the 12 of Alex Bergeron. 4 to run this time by. Slight job for the race lead down in a 3 and 4.
As you see, this battle for the lead continues on. Schell goes right back underneath. Oh, contact again between the 85 and the 12. Now here we go. Bergeron going to clip a tire, goes low once more. You know what's coming. It's another slide job for the lead. Alex Bergeron, Tyler Schell, side by side. Bergeron, Schell. This battle has heated up some more contact between the 2 of them as Bergeron clips a back take of Schell.
Oh, this is exactly what you want. Can we have a repeat of what we've seen in the 360s with the National Sim Racing Series at Cedar Lake just a little over an hour ago? 2 laps to go. The popsicle sticks around. Schell, slide job down into 1 and 2. Bergeron back to the inside. The race down into 3. Schell, he caught the cushion. He got tight. He'll come back through the middle. The white flag is out. 1 to run. Round number 7 of the Apex Auto Glass and Tinting 410 Sprint Cars. Schell goes low. Bergeron stays on the cushion. Back straight away for the final time. Bergeron into turn number 3. He'll run the slider line and he will greet the checkered flag. What a race between Alex Bergeron and Tyler Schell. And how about Hayden Harvey to grab the final spot on the podium? Wowee, Alex, what a race and what a finish. Once again, that is 2 in a row, what we have just witnessed here in the final couple of laps.
That battle for the lead, all 40 laps, Shell, Bergeron going toe-to-toe. That battle was phenomenal. You see it there. Alex Bergeron going to take home the win. Tyler Shell, Hayden Harvey, Greg LeMay Jr. And I can't read the rest. My screen just went blurry.
Tim Smith home in 5th position, Aiden Beerline 6th, Jason Randolph 7th, Kenny Miller 8th, Ty Williams 9th, and BJ Duvall back to position number 10. Good drive, BJ.
Trevor Frank in 11th, Joe Kaiser 12th, Chris Sabisky in 13th, Trent Cameron in the 14th spot, and Andrew Hauser 15th.
Justin Osborne 16th, 17th goes to Landon Cardoza, Daniel Boyd 18th, 19th Remington Wade, and 20th goes to Ernie Williams Jr.
21st goes to Sean Bowers, 22nd Jamie McCarron, Leon Carver 23rd, and Mike Augustine going to come home in 24th.
Well, there we go, your 24 cars and stars. We're going to go straight down into Victory Lane and chat to the podium, and we'll do things from the back to the front. Home in 3rd spot in the Vanderpool Racing number 55 machine, it is Hayden Harvey. Hayden, man, I've got to say, those last 10 laps, you really had an opportunity at potentially getting the win, but you just fell off in those last 5 laps, but man, still a heck of a run for you.
Yeah, I was not expecting to get top 3 at all tonight. I just kind of been using Apex to come and give a shot with the World of Outlaw guys and see what I got and learn more every time for sure. But I was not expecting the top 3, especially this early in my time running this series. I believe it's only my 3rd time running it this season. And I couldn't be more ecstatic running behind 2 pros. I've been doing this twice as long as I have. And I had a bit of a run there. I was right on them for a bit, but I was pushing the car a little harder than I wanted to. And I thought it's better to lay off a little bit. As hard as they were fighting, I didn't need to push a car and wreck myself out of a top 3 with the pros.
Talk us through those last sort of 5 to 10 laps. Go back to the restart. You know, you restart in 3rd spot, and then, you know, for the next sort of 3-4 laps, you were right on those guys, right with them, like nose to tail. There was, like, you know, only a couple of inches between you and them. What was going through your mind as you were, you know, battling with those guys?
Basically, to keep the car smooth and to not get into them and to not get into the wall. I saw that there was grip everywhere else, like the middle, there was a little strip there, and the bottom, you can make it work if you're good enough at it. But I've always just been comfortable with running the high side, even in real cars. So I just stuck with what I knew, got comfortable with it, got into a rhythm, and stuck right there with them. But then they really started getting dicey, so I just rolled back a little bit and let them do their thing.
All right, buddy. Well, look, hell of a drive for you in the 55 machine. We know there's a lot of sponsors on this race car, a lot of good people behind the scenes that back you, you know, week in and week out. We'll give you an opportunity to thank those people right now.
Thank you. I just like to thank Vanderpool for putting me in this car. It wouldn't be possible for me to come up and run with the pros like that and have fun doing it. Without him, I wouldn't be in these leagues, wouldn't be in this car, wouldn't have the chance to be out here. And same with all the team. Everything they do for me and back me and help me every week to improve myself. I wouldn't be here without any of them, honestly. And I just gotta thank our sponsors that have been here, even the old ones and the new ones, like Jack's Wax, Vanderpool Construction, Wright's Motorsports Photography, NOS Energy Drinks, Clark Motorsports, 11 Pointer Outdoors, Complete Collision Services, ZRD Designs, Speed Shop 51 for the setup getting me up front tonight, and Chop House Race Products, Bailing Race Products, and UDTV for putting this broadcast on tonight.
All right, there we go. Hayden Harvey there, ladies and gentlemen, home in 3rd spot. Alex Robinson, well, you're caught up with the Apex Auto Glass Tinting defending champion who comes away with the 2nd spot here tonight.
Tyler Shell, I feel like I talk to you every week because every week you have that strong car and that 85. With another podium here tonight, you're closing in on yet a repeat championship here for the Auto Glass, Apex Auto Glass and Tinting, and another strong run for you, and what a battle for 40 straight laps with Bergeron.
Yeah, I'm out of breath after doing that race. We were throwing haymakers the first part of that race. I wish I could have kept green for longer periods of time because, I mean, we were putting a hell of a battle on, but we got a wreck for last place. You got a wreck for last place sometimes.
When we said the rematch between you and Bergeron, it's been going on all season long. It's not, you don't want to say it's a rivalry, but the competitiveness between the two of you, the respect it shows on the track here, giving each other room, and yet this battle has shown throughout the season, and yet another night of phenomenal racing between the two of you.
Yeah, Alex is very respectful, and he's a 3-time champion, so he's great. He's a great racer. It's just knowing that you can throw that deep slider on him and he's going to lift and cut under you, or he's not going to do anything stupid to wreck both of us. So that's really nice to have. I mean, because stuff in the beginning of that race is kind of sketchy, but when you clear it, it feels good, for me at least.
Well, we see a lot of sponsors on that car and a lot of guys backing you at Elbows Up Sim Sports. Who is on that car that you got to thank?
Just like thank everybody that puts us on, and I think it was Brandon Morgan's daughter. She has cancer, so I hope she does good with that. And I was up Sim Sports and our sponsors: School Sim Racing, Flow Racing, Anderson Speedway, Motorsports Beat, Jess Logistics, Paints by Tune Again, Hergot Real Estate, BS Air, Roofco, and Fairway Independent Mortgage Corporation.
Well, congratulations. That is your second place finish of the 85 of Tyler Shell. And Brett, you're caught up with the winner yet again. Another guy you're familiar with, Alex Bergeron.
Yeah, and again, this is why he's a three-time world champion. But home in first spot tonight goes to the number 12 of Alex Bergeron. Alex, congratulations. Boy, that looked like it had to be one of the most best races I've ever witnessed here. How was that from the cockpit of the 12 machine?
Definitely insane, Brett. Definitely a few cautions there and there, but it's been a long time. I didn't have that much fun, on the track, and Shell did a good job, and so did I. Really impressive race. The track was, perfect. It was literally picture perfect. Bottom was good, middle was good. You could run everywhere, and I felt like that reset in the warm-up really helped it. Even though it's 5 minutes, it really worked the track in very good. And it's a longer race here at Apex, so that's the kind of stuff we see. Really good racing and everything that goes on with it. So incredible to see how it planned out, and just waited the last moment really, just to surprise him. I guess there's not much I could have done more. He did a good job on the track, and I just had to do my job to pass him, and it all worked out.
Well, what's it like, when you have those early cautions and throwing those slides? I mean, there were some sliders that were really short. There were some sliders that were literally like Rico bombs. What's it like throwing those sliders on a guy like Tyler Shell, knowing that he's going to do the right thing and not put both of you into the catch fence?
That is what we call respect. And we have that with Tyler. So, I know that if we throw it and just like he does, I'm not going to go out there and, go through him, so we're not driving like that. So that's why it puts on incredible racing, I feel like. And, as you mentioned, so, it's all about trust and, respect, and that's why I put out good racing, and went out there and just had fun, really. I'm sure Shell definitely had a lot of fun tonight, and I did too. So track was, like I said, incredible, and that's why I put out some great racing.
Absolutely. Now we head into the final three races of the season. You missed, obviously, week number one, but since then, you've been first, second, or third. You continue this good run into the final 3 weeks. Do you start to look at championship points, or do you just worry about each week as it comes and focus at as the cliche would be 1 week at a time?
Yeah, I'd say 1 week at a time, really. That's how it works. If you think too far into it, you get too stressed, or you're not pushing hard enough, or you're not doing your right things and the right job you have to do to win. So just like tonight, I went out there not thinking about the championship, just thinking about the race itself, and actually have fun a little bit, and race for a win is always great. And it's fun to see with Shell there, because I actually raced with him last night in the SCCS, and exactly the same pattern we had in this race tonight. Last 2 laps past him, and just it's the same thing. So honestly, just have a bit of fun and go out there for wins, and for championship. Honestly, we'll see how it goes, how it plans out, and see if we can get something in the top 3. I'm sure we're close with the drop weeks. With us missing the first week, and we actually had a bad run at Lima Land. I feel like that puts us a little bit behind, but other than that, I feel like we did almost a picture perfect season since we started. So we'll try to do our best and see where we end up.
All right, buddy. Well, look, we'll let you get out of here and get to celebrating with the team, of course. We know we know you've got a good bunch of people behind you. A lot of great sponsors on this race car. Now, obviously, before we let you go, it's an opportunity to thank those people, thank those sponsors, Alex.
Yeah, absolutely, Brett. Thank you. Team of Yuri Sports, Jason, Rebecca, all of our partners at Team of Yuri Sports, CSI Shocks, Biologic Cat, BK Designs, Marine Farm Equipment, Savior Setup Shop, Stoco, and CD Symptography. And my dad for watching all the time, and you guys for doing an awesome job broadcasting, and Apex Racing League for putting this up. It's great to be here and to race. Like we had a race like tonight. It's definitely making me want to come back next week for sure.
All right, there we go, ladies and gentlemen. First place goes to Alex Bergeron, and from one Alex to another, it's Alex Robinson. Boy, oh boy, that was entertaining. If you didn't like that one, I think you might have to go to a hospital, or hashtag blame Alex for that fact.
I might have to go to a hospital after that, because that was exciting down to the wire. Shell, Bergeron. Why are we not surprised at those two going head for head once more? And man, phenomenal racing once again. And I can't wait this season, the points battle. It's going to be a phenomenal finish to the season.
Yeah, looking forward to, of course, round number 8, 9, and 10 right here on Ultimate Dirt TV every Thursday night from 10 p.m. Eastern. And looking at the next 3 weeks, next week, of course, we head to the virtual Kokomo Speedway. Nice little tight bull ring, and it'll certainly be elbows up there, that's for sure. Yeah, take that pun. And, Shell, he's going to be elbows up. He wants to claim it back-to-back championships. Followed by the penultimate round of the season, we go to Cedar Lake. Well, I'm not too happy about that one, but it is what it is. And hopefully we get Bristol in time, that maybe we can just talk to Apex and see if we can get that changed. That's all pending on if we can get Bristol in time. If not, we'll go to Cedar Lake. And, of course, to wrap up the season, for season number 2 of the Apex Autoglass and Tinting Sprint Car Championship, we go to the real sprint car capital of the world, Alex. We go to Knoxville. It is Knoxville, baby. And I tell you what, if Charlotte, Alex Bergeron, Tyler Shell, Braden Eilert, Kendall Tucker, if those drivers turn up and we go to Knoxville, you just know that we are in for an absolute treat.
That is going to be a race for the ages to see. As, the type bull ring next week of Kokomo, that's going to be a battle. We've seen it throughout this season. Those type bull rings, anyone can finish in the top 10. Anyone can finish on the podium. We've seen it throughout this season, especially on the small tracks. But then those final 2 races are going to make or break your points run for the season.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, well, it's time for us to wrap things up here on Ultimate Dirt TV. Again, a big thank you to Apex Auto Glass and Tinting for their continued support here on Ultimate Dirt TV and putting on these wonderful events. Again, week number 7 is complete from the dirt track at Charlotte. A big thank you to, of course, all the sponsors here at Ultimate Dirt TV. A big thank you to, of course, World of Thunder Esports League, SRT Australia, Rocket Racing Setups, and Heatwave Designs. Check them out on all their social media pages. Give them likes, shares, and follows. And a big thank you to, of course, Team Outlaw Motorsports for providing us some wonderful cameras here from the virtual dirt track at Charlotte. Don't forget to follow them on social media. Check them out, Facebook and YouTube. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. Some good content going through. But on behalf of the entire team and the management behind the scenes here at Ultimate Dirt TV, on behalf of Alex Robinson, I am Brett Wheeler. It's time to say good night. We will see you Sunday night for Sunday Fun Day with the World of Thunder Esports League. Good night.